You know, every so often a film comes along that really restores your faith in American cinema, and this is one of those movies. Guy with the Camera Reviews, Short Term 12. Short Term 12, the Short Term 12 is based around a sort of halfway house. These kids have been either abused by their parents or are kind of like homeless kids who these people take in. And now, Short Term 12 is based around this sort of halfway house. It's kids that have either been abused or kind of been homeless. It's basically somewhere for them to stay till they're old enough to kind of go out on their own. And Brie Larson stars as Grace, who's kind of the head of these counsellors that look after these kids. And also John Gallagher Jr., which I haven't seen in many things, but he's really good in this, plays her boyfriend, who's another one of the counsellors. And at the beginning of the film, they're kind of breaking in this the new guy who's starting, played by Rami Malek, who you might have seen in Pacific or The Master. And it basically follows kind of what they do at this centre, and kind of halfway through the film, this really troubled girl kind of comes into the care, and Grace kind of really sparks up a relationship with this girl. You know, she kind of reminds her of herself, and she basically tries to kind of help her. Her father used to abuse her, used to hit her and everything, and yeah, it's a remarkable film. You know, it's not a perfect film, but it is pretty damn close. I mean, Brie Larson, I haven't seen in many things. I think the only thing I've ever seen her in was Don John, which she said about 3 lines. But in this, she gave a really, really good performance, really affecting performance. Also, John Gallagher Jr., which again, I've seen him in like an episode of SVU, I think, one time. But that's about it. He did another really good job as well. Rami Malek, who's I'm a fan-ish of his. Again, he's not been in kind of like loads and loads of stuff, but the things I have seen him in, he's been really good in. And also, but the star of the show really for me is the kids that they got staying at this place. I'm pretty sure that apart from like maybe 1 or 2, they're not professional actors. I mean, you know, they're just kids. But that's when the film kind of really comes into its own, when it kind of focuses on the kids. But sometimes it kind of shifts focus onto Grace and I can't remember the guy's name, Mason, I think his name's Mason, and that's when the film isn't as strong as when it is with the kids. I mean, and also those 2 characters are the tiniest bit over the line on kind of annoying, but it never crosses that line. They're never annoying, but yeah, it's just really good performances, like I said. But it's better when it focuses on the kids. You know, I wasn't the biggest fan of those two's relationships. I mean, there's a real slice of Americana, this film. You know, it really harks back to the kind of the heyday of American films, like films I remember like Dear Wendy, Mean Creek, Last Days, Down in the Valley. It really kind of harked back to those films, which I really, really liked. It was like watching films in the early 2000s again, which again I really, really liked. There's a couple of really standout scenes in this film. One of them is this guy who's about to turn 18 and is going to have to go and live with his mother again. And he basically, before he goes, he like kind of writes his rap song, and the guy, again, I think his name's Mason, kind of comes in and says, "I want to hear this song, this kind of rap song," and he just sits down and he's kind of beating on a bongo, and this guy's just reciting this really kind of deep, affecting kind of these lyrics about how kind of nobody notices him, and kind of, well, look through my eyes and you'll see something. I can't remember what it was, but it's really, really good kind of lyrics to this song. And it's just, and at the end he just breaks down. It's absolutely heartbreaking. I mean, that's, like I say, the best thing about this film is the kids. I mean, they're really good actors, even though they're not particularly actors. I mean, the guy who's in that scene is, I think he's actually I think he's a rapper. So, and there's also this other one where this new girl that comes in. Basically, she recites this kid story she wrote about this octopus and this shark, and about how the shark wants to play with this octopus, and Every time the shark wants to play with her, she has to give him one of her legs, and it's just, again, like, after it just kind of breaks down. It's really, it's never heavy-handed though, with the kind of the, I don't know, I guess the drama stuff, I guess, but it is really kind of a human drama, you know. And it's shot in this handheld camera style, which sometimes is quite a bit disorientating, to be quite honest. But it's not like shaky cam, you know. But it's kind of really obvious that most of the film is kind of the guy kind of holding the camera. There's no kind of steady cam shots or anything. But it really kind of lent itself to and it's the overall style of the movie. I thought was really well done. You don't get movies like that very often. When they do come along, you appreciate them a lot more, which is kind of an upside to films that aren't particularly good. And like I say, a film comes along like this and really kind of punches you in the gut. Really, this film. It's really well done, really well directed by, I believe, a first-time director who is who also, I don't know if I think he wrote, there's a short film that this film is kind of is based on, and it really good directing. Was it Dustin Daniel Cretton, I think his name was? Really good director. Hope to see a lot more of him from the future, in the future even. And Brie Larson does a fantastic job. It was great. You can tell there's a lot of kind of hidden things that you don't know about. I mean, you do find out something later in the film that happened to her when she was younger, but you can tell there's a lot of stuff going on in her head, and Brie Larson did a really good job. I mean, an absolutely remarkable film. It's a film I'm going to be thinking about for a long time to come, with some great central performances, some excellent performances from the kids, some great music in there, really well shot, really well directed. I'm going to give Short Term 12 a 10 out of 10. So thanks for taking the time out to watch this review. More reviews coming in the future, so until then, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.